Guilt and worriness. In the previous session, we talked about self-doubt and approval seeking, but today the topic is guilt and worriness. It destroys your past and future. Imagine that the body is a horse and the soul is the rider. You know, the problem with the people is that they confuse and they mix up the rider and the horse. You know, the best way to get rid of the guilt of the past, what you have done in the past, is that you think you have to imagine that your body, what your body did was, it's not that, you know, separate. You have to separate that what your body did with your soul. Imagine that you have a horse or a cow, you know, it breaks into your neighbor's yard and does some damage. What do? You kill the horse? You kill the cow? No, you just tame it. Humans by nature are wild and we need to tame them. You know, all the philosophers say the difference between humans are animal and animals are that animals are repeating their mistakes again and again and again, but humans have this ability and capability to fix their mistakes and learn something and then evolve and grow up and say nirvana, samadhi, or all, you know, sanatan dharma, to just get the unity with the self, with the universe. So that is the, you know, if so, all right, what you did in the past is not your mind, your body. That's your horse. You know, the body did something, and then you have to fix that. And then about the future, yeah, of course, future is very difficult, especially right now. But you know, that is all from Yogananda. I said every day you have to affirm that you are not this body. You are the self. The self never dies, never born. The self is omnipresent, omnipotent. You know, some people say, "Whoa, if I become a homeless," you know. This is the greatest joy is in homeless. You have no security, you know, you have no responsibility, you are in charge of nothing. You know, I don't want to preach that, but you know, when you watch some movies, you know, in some movies you see some people they reach to the end of their life, so they burn out all their identity cards and then the passports and money, and then they just free. So whoa, all this free from all this bondage of the Maya. So the bottom line, if you imagine that, you know, for Tao Te Ching says, if you have no fear, there's nothing to bound you. So but that doesn't mean that you be, for example, passive and not working. No, you have to be active. You have to be like a lion, not just like a jackal and then falling yourself in on the ground and then waiting for this. No, you have to be just like lion. But and sometimes say, okay, well, what about my children and my wife? If you study the history, you know, all those people who made the mark, who made the history, were people who had no parents, were homeless and orphans, and then suddenly they build an you know, empire, and they changed the world. They turned everything to the great thing. So for everyone there is a God, for everyone there is an intake, and then we don't have to be worried about our children. We have to help them, we have to work, I said. But when we say, all right, what happens? The bottom line, we're not gonna lose anything, because we haven't taken anything. You know, there is nothing for us, and you know, there is we own nothing in this world. And then there are a lot of people, okay, that's homeless. All right, yeah, if you want it, you have to ask God, okay, God, you want me homeless also? All right, it's okay, you know, surrender. If you surrender and get, you know, give the will to the God and then to the universe, I don't know, something inside the faith, we call that faith. It's not just God, it's gonna take care of everything. I'm talking about my experience. You know, at the age of 50, now I still trying to change things according to my will. Say, oh my God, hey, you have to just relax and give the will to the God, and then things are gonna be all right. By this way, you can free yourself from the past and future and focus. Focus is very important. No distractions is very dangerous. You focus, and then you see in 5 years, in 10 years, your life is changing. But you don't have to have any fear. All right, so what is the bottom line? You die? Oh my God. You know, if you ask a lot of people who have near-death experience, 100% of them, they don't want to come back to this world. So whoa. They become free from this prison. So when you have no fear of death or poverty or sickness, Sri Ramakrishna had a throat cancer and he didn't go to hospital. He said, all right, this is from God. If he's gonna be okay, God is okay. If no, it's all right. I don't care about that. Thank you and good luck.